Okay, let me say, okay, so last year, 2025, the year of the snake, right? We're shedding old skins. It was heavy and painful sometimes and blah, blah, blah. So now we are officially in the year of the Firehorse. The energy is so different, right? Last year we're shedding things, getting rid of the things that are no longer aligned with us. This year we're taking action, right? On who we are now after we've dropped all this baggage. Does that make sense? Because everything seems to be about that. There's like a fire lit under everybody. Um, so now, I should say I'm also getting Libra right now and Scorpio. I always seem to get the same. That must be who watches. Okay. Right, so now we're ready and we're letting go of the emotional baggage, right? We wrapped up some cycles last year, but now it's like I'm actually actively ready to go. To actually figure out who I am, what I want, and bring it to fruition. And that's what this energy does. It gives you that spark, that fire. It's a lot of movement. Where we were stagnant for a while, it's move. Fast, fast, fast. There may actually be movement because I'm seeing like houses in U-Haul. Driving a U-Haul across country to a new place. So a lot of things could feel like it's a constant letting go of things that we don't have to deal with anymore, right? Letting go of outdated stuff. Because it's like last year was the growing pains and the lessons, and some things did fall away, and other things that like we haven't quite let go of yet. This is the time that it's gonna be like, oh, okay, I can just let this go, right? I don't have to, these people are on their path. I don't have to hang on to them. I have to let them go do their thing. Oh, I can just let that go. I hope that makes sense, because I've been through that, where it was like I knew people weren't good for me, but I didn't know that I could actually, I can just release that. Like, I don't have to carry this with me. Like I didn't get that. And it feels like that's what this is for some of you. And then there'd be days after I finally released these things or these people, I'd like wake up and be like, oh my gosh, I don't even have to deal with that anymore. Because I was so used to waking up and like, okay, I got to take the temperature. What are these people's moods like today? Or, whatever. And then I'd remind myself, oh my gosh, I don't even have to deal with that crap anymore. It's so great. So it is actually, it is painful to make the choice, but then it's so much lighter once you do. Do you know what I mean? I'm just saying this for the people that are still kind of clinging to things they know they shouldn't. It's time to just let it go. Like, say you worked a job you hated for years, and every day was like, oh, what kind of day is this gonna be? And when you finally quit that job and you wake up and you're like, it's almost a habit to like dreading going, and then you're like, oh my gosh, I don't even work there anymore. That's right. You just feel lighter. And it's like our life gets lighter, and the stresses that came with those people or those situations, like, it just gets to come off our shoulders. So that's how I would describe this energy. So it's like, this is the year that you start living the real life for you, according to who you really are, not what people told you, what you thought you should do, yada, yada. This is when you start living what's aligned with you, who you are. And it's the year you're going to actually start looking at, like, what doesn't actually make me happy, right? And I'm letting go of the things that... I'm letting go of the things that are not aligned with me. And that's the biggest thing, is there's a lot of people and a lot of situations that you're not aligned with anymore. We tend to think that everybody went through what we went through, and they didn't. A lot of people made the choice to stay stuck, and you didn't. So that's not aligned with you anymore. And we have this idea that, we have to find a job and stay there forever. We have to find a partner and stay with them forever. We have to, you know what I mean? And that's not true. As you shift and grow, the things and the people around you have to shift and grow. It's that. It's an energy of letting you figure that out. That you can let go of. And you don't have to regret anything. You don't have to have guilt. Everything played out the way it was supposed to. We learned our lessons. I wish you well. You know, you're on your path, I'm on mine. It's okay. Okay, so let me say again. It's really big on this next 6 months or so about how a lot of people are shifting from the whole I need a connection, I want to get married, what's happening with this person, into a more self-focused mode. Again, just for a while, because there's things that you need to accomplish. This is predestined. And as this is happening, things shift in you that change who you would date when you come out of this. Does this make sense? Because if you got together with somebody now, 6 months from now, you wouldn't be a good match. I hope that's making sense, because they keep saying that this is not a permanent thing, but it is intentional. And the energy waves that will come through for you will make this easier for you. You know, you don't have to be in this state of wanting a relationship and then somehow shift out of it. Like, the energy is going to help you get there. Does that make sense? Because there's personal things you're going to accomplish. And as you go through these personal things, who is a good match for you is going to change. So that's not to say like, oh, you're going to be single for the next 6 months. I don't know if you will or not, but they're going to make it, because you wouldn't be able to do the thing. This is just like last year. You wouldn't be able to go through the things you need to go through if you were tied up to somebody 24 hours a day. This is very personal for you to get you, like, we're heading into what our exact purpose is for this lifetime. And you couldn't do that if you were linked up with somebody. Okay, then you come out of this. For some people, it may be this whole 6 months. For some people, it might be a few weeks. I don't know. It's different. Everybody's story is different, but it is intentional. So don't stress if it's like, you know, I've been waiting on this person, or I've been waiting to meet the right person. It's intentional that you don't come together in this moment. For some of you, this is not everybody. Like I said, if this is for you, you'll already be feeling this sort of, I don't even care. I'm focusing on my own thing. Do you know what I mean? Okay, so then as you go through this, where you're kind of putting relationships on the back burner, I'm going through my own stuff, figuring out my own stuff, I've got this fire lit in me. As you go through this, you're going to figure out, like, how do I say this? You're going to figure out what it is you actually want. Instead of, a lot of us just were like, everybody we came across, we'll try and see. As you go through this, you're going to figure out, like, what is actually aligned with you. And I'm heavily getting, there's people that were like, dating people who didn't really put in the effort. Like, they weren't totally on board. Like, it was a recurring theme. And you're going to, as you go through this, you're going to break free of that. And you're gonna be like, oh, that's why that didn't work out. Because I went from this person to this person, this person. And each one was never really on board. I always had to, like, question, where are we? What are we doing? And you're going to come through the other side of this, not accepting that anymore from jump. The second you feel like somebody is not putting in the effort like you are, you're going to walk away. You're not even going to waste your time anymore. You're coming out of the other end of this, and this is all part of the 2025 transition. This is the end of it. And as you come out the end of this, your standards are different. You're shifting. Oh man, I have a book. I may just be giving this book out for free to you guys. It's from last year, actually, about this shift, about changing your, I'm going to speak to the women now. I apologize to the men. Changing your perspective of, we're so taught that we're like a commodity, that, like, we go into each connection, we need to be needed, and we feel like we're always being interviewed, right? But you need to shift your perspective that you're doing the interview. Like, they're applying for your time. You're not applying for theirs. I may have to send this book just for free. I don't know. We'll see. But anyway, so there's a lot of people going through this right now. Heavy on that, going through this personal time and figuring out that I kept dating people who didn't put forth the effort, people who didn't open up emotionally, or, they wanted me to do all the emotional labor, so they could have the benefits of a relationship without having to like really commit, or, you know what I mean? Or without having to reciprocate, without being like a real partner. So you're going to be really evaluating those things. Again, like within this next 6-month window or so. I don't know if somebody's like a drummer, seeing like those handheld drums, bongos, or I don't know what this is. Something about that. Well, now it's shifting into like focusing on the rhythm of your own heart. Again, I'm getting heavy Libra and Scorpio on this, but as you're going through this shift, you're also learning to no longer feel guilt. There's a heavy guilt, like you let people guilt you. Letting go of the guilt of wanting to live your own life the way you want to live it, and like people guilting you into helping them, staying around, whatever. You're releasing that and asking yourself what would really make you happy. And I gotta say, it just does not feel like love and romantic relationships is on the front burner for right now. You're going to be looking at yourself first. What are my standards? What are my, what do I want? What do I want my life to actually look like? I'd like to have a great partnership, but first I just want to work on, finally attending to some of my own needs before I have to force myself to cater to somebody else. And do I even want to cater to somebody else? I really feel like you're coming out of the end of this accepting nothing less than what you give, because there seems to be a repetitive pattern of like you give, and you're not getting that back. And you're always in this state of like, where do we stand? Because the person's not showing you the effort. And coming into this place where you're like, even if I want a relationship, I don't want to force it. I don't want to do all the labor. I don't want to be the one that's always initiating contact and, filling in the quiet spaces. Oh, I got to send this book because I think I know some people this is for. Anyway, this is what this period is going to help you do. And then you come out of it and you have a much more organic and like easygoing love story. I really feel like for a lot of you, and it's shocking because the people they're showing me that this is about have been focused on relationships for pretty much as long as I've known them. And they keep saying like this energy is going to help you pull back from that a bit, because other things are going to keep you occupied. Other things like your self-growth and I keep getting like career abundance and those kind of things. And as you have these successes, it changes you as a person. So you won't accept the same people you would accept today. Does that make sense? A lot more independent. You become a lot more independent. And so the person that you end up with is going to have to be accepting of that independence and independent in their own right. And that could be for some people, that is the person you're in separation with because they have to go through their things as well. Or this could, for some people, this is somebody entirely new, but you had to get through this person you were in separation with because all the lessons were there. Because then it's like there's a connection where you go through all these successes or, you know what I mean, figuring out what you want to do and blah, blah, blah. And so you're independent. So then you have a partner who they have their own things going on as well. So it's okay that we come together when we can. but we're both still doing other things, which is the best kind of relationship to have. I'm sorry to say, if you don't have it, both people still have their own lives. If you are in a relationship where either person is codependent, that is not the relationship for you. That's not going to work. I'm sorry to tell you. Anyway, so that's what they show, is like, we are a couple, but we both still have our own paths and our own purposes. That's what you're going to find after you come out the other side of this.